So those are my two conclusions. Those are what I think this episode is trying to leave us with. Now, you might disagree about how to word those two items. Number one, choose to live rather than to wither away with pleasure. Number two, have a little hope in the chaos because kindness and goodwill may be hiding just beneath the surface. You may disagree on how to word those two. And you might even disagree about whether there are two, or if maybe there should be three or four, or maybe there's just one. But what I think is quite clear, and what I think is the most prototypically Star Trek of all the Star Trek elements that I've pointed out that start here in this unaired pilot, I think the most prototypically Star Trek trait that there is the simple fact that this is a thematic story with one or more interesting points to make, which is intended to communicate, and most importantly, it's intended to make us reflect, make us think, make us examine our own selves and our own lives and the world around us. To me, this is the sine qua non of Star Trek, the without which not. If this is present, then it is a Trekkish story to me. If it's not present, then it's not Trekkish to me. I don't care if half the episode takes place in the 21st century, like in the Voyager episode 1159. I don't care if the story is set on a space station or a ship without standard warp nacelles, or if it's set on an old asteroid. And I can even tolerate some questionable retconning and tactless adjusting of my favorite beloved canon elements, like what we get in Star Trek Enterprise. I can handle that. But if you break this rule, and if you start replacing thought-provoking reflective content with shallow action scenes, that's when I think the formula is lost. And to me, at that point, we've just got a completely different product entirely.